this video we're going to show how to properly load the materials onto the supply shafts and the rewinds. Your machine is going to come out of the box with a cardboard tube on the rewind. That's for the waste paper take up. But you also do want to note on here that there's a clip inside the roll, and you can see it here on the one that's on the machine. And that needs to be facing in the right direction for this rewind to work properly. The one on top here is going to face the back of the machine. So that should be the same on this roll. Again, these spring load into the machine similar to like a toilet tissue roll. And they are a little bit hard to spring. They have to be, because sometimes those rolls get pretty heavy and we don't want them to fall out. So we'll take the back one, the waste paper, the finished product rewind off, and then we'll just slide an empty tube onto there. This can be any empty tube from any material roll. If you don't have one to start off with, you'll just have to wind it up onto the rewind tube, but you do want to save those all the time. Next, we're going to load the laminate on. In this case, we're going to have a roll of adhesive back vinyl printed and a roll of laminate. You're going to notice I've got them set on the table here the way that they're going to go on the machine. It's a good rule of thumb to set them out the way they're going to go on the machine. The laminate is going to come off the bottom of the roll. Most materials that you're going to find in the industry are rolled with the release liner in. If your release liner is on the outside, then it's going to have to be turned around and the material is going to come off the top of the roll. So in order to load that, we're just going to take this top supply shaft or unwind off. We'll use the wrench here to loosen one end. Now these supply shafts actually have some markings on them. This is a 54-inch roll, and there's actually a 54-inch mark on the roll, and so we're going to place one end on the 54-inch mark. It's important to remember to rewind or back off the brake assemblies to get started, and then we're going to slide this shaft through the roll. You're going to want to remember to rewind this brake also. Slide it on, and then you got to tighten these screws good and tight, otherwise when you go to apply the brake they'll slide out of the roll and they won't work properly. So they need to be good and tight. So then that can be just placed up on the machine. If it's too heavy for you, get some help. Then we're going to get the supply shaft from the lower unwind. Do the same thing on the bottom. Again, we're going to remember to rewind the brakes to the starting position. It's also important to note that you want your 54-inch marks both on the same side so that you get the best alignment of your materials. Rewind the brake. Tighten these good and snug. And place this back on the machine. If you remember to put your wrench back in the hanger here, you won't have to hunt for it the next time you need it.